Hey everyone, and welcome back to How to Spend It. Today we are going to be talking about the top 10 things you didn't know about the Ferrari F8 Tributo. But before we get on to that, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out a lot. Also, make sure to stay until the end to see our favorite gadget. It probably isn't what you think. And without any further ado, let's get on to the video. Number 10. A splash of color. When we watched movies and commercials in the past, we knew what car we were seeing the minute the traditional red or yellow splash of paint appeared on screen. The company has created 4 additional categories of color for customers to choose from. Customers can choose from solid, metallic, historic, and special. Within each of these are a variety of choices and tributes to the past. Metallic has one called Nero Daytona for the Daytona Raceway, while historic has the classic racing green called Verde British. Solid has not one, but 3 different types of red to choose from if the consumer wants to live with a classic. Number 9. Need for speed. Whether you are watching on your phone, a computer, or on television, there can be a thrill when seeing a driver grab hold of the clutch, shift gears, and push that needle on the dashboard further than one normally would while driving. Over the decades, there has been one car movie after another that pushes the speed limit at a quicker pace. The Ferrari F8 Tributo does just that, exceeding the Ferrari 488, its predecessor. With all the pieces under the hood, this racing car can accelerate up to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds. 124 miles per hour at 7.8 seconds and reach a top speed of 211 miles per hour. When testing it on the Fiorano track, the lap time came up as 1 minute 22.5 seconds. I definitely not want to be near the track for the gust of wind coming from those speeds. Number 8. Driving control. One of the most important things about driving is having control over the vehicle and making sure you stay on the designated road. Ferrari also believes that driving should be entertainment. And who can disagree when there are so many films and television shows geared to just that? Each year and each advancement helps improve the computer diagnostics that help the driver steer around the curves and other cars on the road. Ferrari uses side slip control algorithms, currently in volume 6.1. With the advancement, there is less steering input needed to catch and hold a slide, which means inexperienced sports car drivers are less likely to crash, and competent ones will be able to slide, leaving mid-engined adherents catching flies. Number 7. Carbon fiber. A material used by the military, civil engineers, and motorsports, it is no surprise that Ferrari uses it as well to help in the performance of their automobiles. The material has been incorporated into many different areas of the car, such as the door panels and the surrounds on the air vents. Carbon fiber is combined with other materials that help to strengthen the item that is being created. These are not cheap materials to work with and can add up to a pretty penny if something needs to be replaced. Number 6. The engine that could. Ever had that friend or family member who knew something was wrong or what type of car was coming down the road just from the purr of the engine? It is no surprise that with all the cars that have rolled out over the years, Ferrari would want their newest creation to be top of the line and exceed the rest. International Engines of the Year jurors have stated that the mid-engine 3.9-litre twin-turbo V8 is the best engine out there over the past 20 years. Others say it is near the end for Ferrari. This is due to the interest in downsizing. from the V8 staple since 1975 to the V6, but things can always change. Number 5. Increase in technology. While the outside of the car can appear as smoothly put together as a 1,000-piece puzzle, the dashboard is more pieced together not as harmoniously. The dashboard provides a scientific and mechanical appearance, keeping the rev counter front and center and allowing the driver the ability to keep an eye on it and the road. Screens are on either side of the rev counter to keep the information noticeable for the engine, chassis, audio, and satellite navigation. The steering wheel is updated, making it easier to use the wipers versus the high beams. This is so that future drivers can see dark at night rather than watching the wipers keep time back and forth. Number 4. Classic touch. While technology has been added and upgraded as previously mentioned, there is something to say when a little bit of an old classic comes around. Inside, the car may have electronic screens and gauges, but it also has some of the old style. There are traditional switches that allow the driver to utilize the perks but feel like an old-school race driver. Even the steering wheel reminds us of old, but the new update falls into the palms of the driver's hand. Number 3. Seat of luxury. Nothing makes a road trip less enjoyable than the seat you're in for hours at a time. If there is not enough padding, then you can feel every bump and crack in the road ahead. The Ferrari F8 Tributo is a two-seater, but it has enough space that the driver and passenger can be 6 feet tall and still have enough room for their heads and legs. The only downside is for those who have big feet. If you have a size 9 or larger foot, you may find that the gas and brake pedals are a smidge closer than the normal vehicle. But we all know the Ferrari F8 Tributo is no normal vehicle. Number 2. Reliability. When traveling from point A to point B, we all look for a form of transportation that we find reliable. It could be a time-honored tradition passed down from parent to child, or a well-educated read of information. While we are used to seeing different awards mentioned in commercials, Ferrari has not been on the receiving end for a while. But there is a plus side. They have not received any recalls for parts on this car. The past models had concerns about the fuel system and vapors. Maintenance plans have been put in place to suit the driver and look after the car as one would their own child. Number 1. More than a little pocket change. Crack open those pocketbooks and shake those piggy banks. The number 1 fact regarding the Ferrari F8 Tributo is the cost. Make sure you're sitting down for this one. These race cars are a pretty penny when it comes to the amount that puts them all together. Cost-wise, to purchase, the customer is looking at $300,000 US. As the car is Italian stock, the amount in euros is €241,411. And for our Canadians, about $421,625 Canadian dollars. You don't want to know the cost of some of the parts, do you? For our Brits, the smoking kit or ashtrays are running at £336, while a carbon fibre door panel would run close to £3,936. Let's just say you would not want to risk the tiniest of bumps or scratches on this car. Well guys, that's it for this video. That was fun. I hope these facts about the Ferrari F8 Tributo help spark dreams of taking the curves smoothly and looking at the straightaway now that you know a little more about them. Click the links above to check out some of our other videos. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. We have many great videos coming up. See ya in the next video.